Wait, sound check. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the chat. So tonight I'm going back to Bakersfield. Hey Tammy. Oh, this thing is broadcasting on two channels again. I did not intend for that to be the case. Let's see if I can turn that off. I thought the chat looked weird. I don't know, that might be a good thing. Maybe my second channel will get subscribers. Turn it off. You know. Okay, we should be on one channel now. All right. So tonight is back to Bakersfield. I found this list, and I was just going to type them in, but I'm just going to do it straight from Web Sleuths. I found this list on websleuths.com. Web Sleuth is one of the best websites for missing person information. Just about any case of a missing person that you could think of, you'll find it on websleuths.com. Big cases, small cases, unheard of cases. So I was looking at some information on one of the teams that I had found on the list that I had, which, what was that, like 14? And I found a list of over 30. Yeah, you're on the right channel. Nobody watching but me and you. Um, yeah, this wasn't really a planned live. It was actually for the other night, but I did the school shooting last night instead of this one. So, anyways, but I was looking up information on one of the people that I had on my, and then I found like some other people, and then finally I came to a thread that had where they just put together all of the missing Bakersfield teams, boys and girls. Now this list does contain mostly girls, but there are a few boys in here too. But every single one of them on this list fits the fits the criteria that we were talking about with the Bakersfield girls. Yeah, something is wrong in Bakersfield. This list, I think, has 36 missing teenagers on it. Now, I can't get into all of these. I'm assuming some of these threads were either taken down because the person was found or some other issue, or set to private when they were found. There is one on here that it was changed from like a name to initials and shut down, marked as resolved. So I don't know why all of them aren't accessible, but some of them aren't. We're gonna go through the ones that we can get to, just so we can update the list. I don't know what is going on. I was not yawning until I got on here. I sat there and I watched Sleuth Mom's whole live, and I was just fine. As soon as I go live, I start yawning. Okay, so here we go. The first one, Averlyn Amador. Averlyn is one of the ones that was on my original list. She's 16. She went missing on November 9th, and she's considered at risk because she has no prior history on here. The article says no prior history of escape, which is weird. But she has no prior history of running away. And I actually had to scroll down to this article for her. So let me put this in the window if I can copy and paste. Copy. And bear with me, I'm moving kind of slow. I was rendering out the second part of the Granville Ritchie interrogation. I was hoping I could get it rendered out and get it posted by 10 so that I wouldn't be going live. But apparently, it's going to take like 4 hours for it to render, so it'll be up tomorrow. Now, this is Abraham Amador, Hispanic female. And I only came to the article because I want to see if the article itself says no prior history of escape. No prior history of running away. Not escape. But she went missing November the 9th. We're going to check and see if Abraham was found. I know that she was not marked as found the last time we did this. I heard after 6 months, foster care kids, if not found, get taken off the. Wow, I that's odd. Let me see if we can find out anything about that. Okay, and I'm not seeing anything that says she was found. Yep, same results as last time, almost identical. She's not found. Let's see, missing foster care kids taken off missing list after 6 months. There might be something to that because I've noticed in some of these cases that uh, kids that disappear just suddenly there's nothing else about them and they're not like on this or name it or make anymore. Arizona dropped missing foster child cases from its rolls after 6 months, and California keeps its missing children cases active until a child is at least 18. Okay. Illinois closed the case of a missing 9-year-old foster child in 2016. The officials said the case was closed after 6 months with court approval. All right, so it seems to be a thing that after 6 months they take missing foster kids off. That is absolutely crazy. Statement of policy. Where is this from? Let's see what they're talking about. Tammy got me down a rabbit hole, but it's okay. We'll go down the rabbit hole tonight. Okay, let me search this. I don't want to have to go. Okay, when a child in foster care is on runaway, missing, or kidnapped, the following procedures shall be followed to ensure all avenues to locate the child are taken. It should be noted. It should also be noted children in foster care or runaway are to be considered missing children regardless of the reason for their runaway or the behaviors associated with the runaway incident. Collaborative work with all professionals named in this policy regarding the runaway, missing, or abducted child is essential. Procedures. Let's see, where is this from? Oh, this is from Louisiana. When notifying other agencies that a child is missing or has run away, the caseworker shall advise the other agencies of the necessity of maintaining the confidentiality of the child's foster care status. Immediately, the following shall be done upon notice: a child in foster care has run away, that has been kidnapped, is lost, or is otherwise missing. The caseworker shall immediately contact a state or local law enforcement agency or a 911 public safety answering point to report the child's runaway absent status. The caseworker shall request and document law enforcement file number of the report. Even when a caregiver has made a report of the child's status, the caseworker shall follow up with the state or local law enforcement agency or 911 public safety answering point to coordinate efforts to locate the child and to ensure all necessary information has been reported. The caseworker shall immediately request law enforcement enter the child on the National Crime Information Center or NCIC database and record the NCIC number in the case record. Caseworkers must notify law enforcement the child is in foster care. The caseworker shall immediately ask the law enforcement agency to evaluate if the report meets criteria for the Louisiana Amber Alert system. The caseworker shall list the child as a missing child or endangered runaway on the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children's or NCMEC database by calling 800 The Lost or via their website. The referral shall report it. This referral shall report it immediately. I think that should be shall be reported immediately, but in no case should the report exceed 24 hours. The caseworker shall immediately provide local law enforcement agency with the CW Form 8 foster child identification page, a recent photograph of the child, and or description of the child, which may include photographs, fingerprints, marks, scars, tattoos, and any other identifying information. The caseworker shall immediately notify the child's parents unless parental rights are terminated. CASA and the child's attorney, the child is missing or has run away. Within 24 hours, the following shall be done upon notice: the child in foster care has run away, has been kidnapped, is lost, or is otherwise missing. The caseworker shall notify the court that the child is missing, has run away, or has been abducted. Regions where necessary, only the caseworker shall file a verified complaint through the juvenile court, which may issue a pickup order for the child in accordance with local court procedures for such filings. Hi, Rolf. How are you? Welcome to the chat. I've never seen you in here before, but thank you for joining. Okay, let's get on down to the taking off the rolls. Tips, entries, procedures when the child is not located. For 6 months following the date the child went missing, efforts should continue by law enforcement systems, the caseworker, the foster parent / caregiver, and the parents to locate the runaway or missing foster child. The caseworker should document efforts monthly. Ongoing reasonable efforts shall include, but are not limited to, bi-monthly contact with the child's parents, unannounced visits to suspected locations where the child may be located, contact with local law enforcement, searching social media outlets, i.e. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, assessment of a child's safety if contact is made with child but is unwilling to disclose their location. If after a 6-month search the child is not located, the caseworker shall submit a letter to the court documenting efforts to locate the child and request the department be relieved of custody. Advise the parents, CASA, and the child's attorney of the department's request to the court for release of custody. Wow. Okay. That's interesting to know. Until the department is relieved of custody, the foster child's case record shall remain open, and the caseworker should continue to follow up with law enforcement, family, and friends at least monthly in an attempt to locate the child. Once relieved of custody, the foster care case record should be closed and transferred to the parish court of jurisdiction. Wow. 6 months, huh? 6 months and give it up. That is crazy. That's just insane. So a child is only worth looking for 6 months if they run away or go missing or get kidnapped. It's crazy that they would only look for them for 6 months if they were like abducted and known to be abducted. That would seem like it would warrant a continuing, ongoing. Just I don't know. The system is foster care system is beyond corrupt. So the next one is Angelina Catala. She was not on my list, my original list. She is 15 and also from Bakersfield. And hers reads 15-year-old Angelina Catala has been missing for just over 6 months since March 23rd, 2021. The last time she was seen, she was 5'1" and weighed 130 pounds. She's described as a Hispanic female with black hair and brown eyes. Officials from Bakersfield Police Department said this is an active investigation and that they believe she may still be in the Bakersfield area, but they have not been able to locate her. And this one is a Bakersfield PD case. I'm starting to wonder. No, of course they don't do their job, Tammy. We already know this. I mean, it's frustrating, right? It's frustrating, and I know that was a rhetorical question, but I mean, it's just frustrating to think that not only do they not do their job that they're supposed to do, they actually have it written into their policy an escape hatch, basically, to not have to do their job, to not have to protect children. That's wow. So let's see if she's been found. Angelina Catala. November, still missing. But found and see if we get anything with that. Nope. So Angelina is still missing. Oh, I love rabbit holes, especially the ones you send me on. They're usually pretty interesting. I'm still on the Don Wells rabbit hole. Of course, you get lost in that. That's more like a rabbit labyrinth. All right, Anaya Lee. Now, I believe Anaya Lee was found. I think we found her found. She's been missing since November 9th of last year. She's a near Kern County Fairgrounds, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 115 pounds, brown hair, brown curly shoulder length hair, brown eyes, and she has a piercing in the center of her nose. From the picture, I really can't tell if she is black or Hispanic, possibly mixed black and white, but I'm pretty sure I see black in there. Maybe black Hispanic. Beautiful girl though. Let's see if she was found. Anaya Lee. I'm pretty sure Anaya was found. Let's find out. Not seeing her found. But really not much about the. That's another thing that I've noticed. When these kids go missing in Bakersfield, you barely hear anything else about them. Like there's one or two stories right around the time that it happens. Nothing. It's usually just one story, like the one that we keep coming across. It's like a fill in the blank form. Uh, Fill in the age, the name, the description, and then everything else is the same. Last seen, fill in a place. Wearing, fill in an outfit. Contact Bakersfield Police or Kern County Sheriff. So it bothers me that there's like really nothing else out there about them. It's as if, they disappeared and oh well. So that was Anaya Lee. Belinda Gonzalez was not on the original one. She looks just like my granddaughter. Yes, my granddaughter is mixed. Her dad really dark skinned and her mom really light skinned. Yeah, she kind of favors my cousin, my little cousin. Is mixed. Only my little cousin is like a lot more heavy set, but that hair. But she has like a lot of the similar facial features, which is why I'm pretty sure when I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, there's some black in there. It's just a certain cast to the facial features. Belinda Gonzalez Granados. Let me go ahead and copy her name. And 13 years old, 5 feet tall, 100 pounds. And we go with that super petite again. Last name September. February 15th, 2021. I'm gonna have to go in and update that map and put some pins on it. And yeah, my uncle, who's my cousin's dad, is like dark, 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 dark. She has no prior history of running away, same as most of them. We're only gonna go an hour into this, so if we don't get the whole list, I stay on this Bakersfield, so we will get back to it. And I got this list handy. I printed it out because this one is bugging me. Like these kids are just going missing, and that's it. Nothing else. Last seen, last seen, last seen. Nothing about found. Must include Belinda. So Belinda is apparently not found either. And you can see by the different colored marks. I've been looking for her too. So that was Belinda. The next up is Christian Bell. And I think Christian is the first boy on the list. Yep. So let's go to his article. Missing juvenile in Southwest Bakersfield. I'm on page. He's 17. He was last seen on Monday. I have no idea what day of the week that would have been but this article is from July 22nd, 2021 and updated on the 23rd. So it's probably like the same day or the next day. So he probably went missing around the 21st or the 22nd. The Bakersfield Police Department is on the lookout for a 17-year-old boy last seen on Monday. According to the department, Christian Bell was last seen at 10 p.m. at the subway on Panama Lane. He's considered at risk due to never running away before. Hey, PJ. He's described as a white male. He's 17 years old, 5'6" and 115 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. Last seen wearing gray tank top and black shorts. So average height for a guy. He's probably still growing. He has a chance to get a little taller, but he is rather slim at 115. So I'm going to consider him petite for a male because I'm 5'6" and I have a daughter that's 5'6" who weighed like 119 pounds. So yeah, he's pretty slim for a guy. Christian Bale. One of the Bakers. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on, let me put it over here. Well, it's the same picture on the article as it is on this. It's the exact same picture. All right, Eli Hernandez. We got another boy here. Actually, I think the next three are boys. Eli Hernandez was last seen around noon, June 4th, near Plans Park. And, and his doesn't really have any kind of description or anything. Like just as blank as that other one was, his is blank too. And I thought this was the one that was blank, but I really couldn't remember. Um, so the best thing for his case is just to. I mean, I just can't understand why there's not even a picture. No age, no nothing given. We look at this kid, 17. That's all it says. 17-year-old boy has been a 17-year-old boy has been missing for a week, and police are asking for the public's help to find him. No description of his clothes. I know, right, Tammy? Where are all the parents with the flyers? You got to be kidding me. 30 something kids and nobody's making noise. There's not one parent out of 30 something kids. Oh, let's check this out. This person already mapped out all the Bakersfield kids on a map on Google Earth. You would think that somebody would be making some noise about these kids, saying something, looking for them, doing vigils or something, search parties. But that one really blew me away. No description, no picture, no nothing. I mean, can we at least know what color his hair is the last time we saw him? Or it probably is. And from what you pointed out about the 6 month thing, I wouldn't be surprised if most of these kids are foster kids, because I would assume that teenagers who aren't in foster care, who are like in a stable environment and have access to computers and tablets and phones or whatever, would have some type of social media presence. There will be more than one blurry picture of them to be found, and most of these kids, there's like one picture and it looks like it was taken on a potato. Natalie LaFradas, the first one that I found. I couldn't find another picture of her anywhere. One blurry photo, you couldn't even see facial features. Just something kind of dark right there where in the area of the eyes. And you could see like the basic shape of her lips. Okay, so they've mapped out all the Bakersfield kids. This can't be all of them because there's like 30 something on this list, but this is probably all that she had. Christian Bale. Here we go. Brandon Thomas, 16, February 22nd, 2001. Aberlin Amador, 16, 11/9/21. Manuel Carreno, 13, September 9th, 2020. Sage Vest, 16, October 30th, 2021. We just looked at Christian Bale, Juan Jimenez, 15 years old, March 12th last year. Jaheim Rice, 16. Oh, so Jaheim and Sage Vest went missing on the same day. Same age, same day, and relatively close together. Because this is where, let me see, let me make sure. Whose pen is this? Okay, he's here. Sage is there, same day. Fabiola Garcia, 13 years old, Valentine's Day last year. Jonathan Miranda, 16 years old, March 12th last year. Belinda Gonzalez, Granados, 13, the day after Valentine's Day last year. Eli Hernandez, June 4th last year. Hanaya Lee, 16, 11-9 last year. There's another 11-9 somewhere, I think. Philip Velasquez, 16, 11-29, 2020. Lisa Velasquez, 14. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Pull in closer. Lisa Velasquez, 14, 10-23-21. Mia Martinez, 13, 4-20-21. We need to get all the people that covered the West that was there in Bakersfield to look into this. Maybe if they get loud, someone might raise an eyebrow. You know what? That is a very good idea. That is a very, very good idea because AV Watchmen, LV United We Stand, and AV News Crew were all very active in the West case. And they do have a really large audience. They may just be interested in this. I wonder if Lisa Velasquez and Philip Velasquez are related because their pins are right on top of each other. That looks like it might actually be the same house. Let's see. It's focusing in. That's odd. 11 months apart. Wow. Rashad Laws, 11 years old. 11-17-21. Alexis Castro, 17 years old. 9-29-20. Kalaine Dinwiddie, 13. Violet Cash Johnson, 16. Something is wrong out there. This one is bothering me though. The Velasquez's because their pins are right on the top of each other. I, I would really love to know if they're related. I mean, because that is literally. I think that's the same house, man. Trying to see if this is a. Yep, that's the same house. These two are probably related. They're probably brother and sister. 1000 Dabrowski Drive. That address came up. Well, this street name came up with another case. I can't remember exactly which one, and I can't find my I can't find my notebook that has my original notes from the Bakersfield case, but I remember this street name, Dabrowski. Yeah, that's one house. That is crazy. Melanie Marshall, 14 years old, November 15th last year. Liliana Ramirez, 17 years old, September 8th, 2020. This is just a hot spot right here. Dear God. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Is this a school or a house? Okay, this right here looks like an apartment complex or a shopping center. We're gonna find out where these kids are going missing from. I'm just gonna drop it right here. So no, I'll drop it on this side. Get a look at it from the parking lot side. This is an apartment complex for a school. Okay, let's get drop a pin on the other side. So why aren't the adults in this house really loud about it? I know, right? Two, not one, two. And I'm thinking brother and sister because they're only like 2 years apart. I'm trying to see what this is. This place and this place, the building styles are the same. So whatever it is, probably related. They're probably connected. The heck is this? That's some kind of official building. That's not an apartment complex. That's like a school or some type of government building right there. And this one too. Let me get a better look at these windows. That's government. These are probably foster kids, like you said. That's probably exactly what it is. They're foster kids and nobody cares because they're foster kids. I'm trying to see if I can see the sign. That makes me think school right there, like the bus canopies. I hate that Google like blurs out the sign so you can't see. That's probably a person sitting there. Down rabbit hole I go. This is a police crime scene unit. Hold up, wait a minute. What did we come across here? Public Works, City Hall Annex. So these kids are going missing from City Hall? From Public Works? Hold the hell up. So this is probably the police station. Yeah, those are undercover police cars. And that's a police truck. You can see it on the side. What the actual 9 kids missing between Public Works and some type of police station? I really want to figure this out, Tammy and PJ. This is crazy. I mean, you guys saw it for yourself. This right here is Public Works. This right here is a parking lot full of police cars, and a crime scene unit. What the actual heck is going on here? All right, guys, I've been on here about an hour. I know we got down the rabbit hole, but I think we might be on to something here. I don't know if she's got all these pins on the map, so I'm gonna go on my map over the next couple of days, and I'm gonna make sure I got all of the pins in for all the kids that I find information on from where they disappeared. Yeah, this rabbit hole just got deep. 9 of these kids, 9 out of about 32, so that's almost 30%. That's almost a third of these kids. Last place they were seen was in that area where the police, whatever that is, and the Public Works City Hall annex are. Those two buildings. Almost 30% of these kids missing between two government buildings. And then what's apparently a sister and a brother missing from the same house 11 months apart. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here for tonight. The next couple of days, I'm gonna work on the map that I did when we did the other lives. Make sure all these pins are in here. I'm also working on an access database to organize the information. Since it suddenly went from 12 or 13 to 30 something, I started working on an access database that I can show you guys in the video. I'm putting as much information in that database as I can find so we can sort through it, sort it different ways, and maybe if I can't spot a pattern, maybe one of you guys can spot something. Uh, we've already figured out relatively petite, both for the males and the females, and relatively young. Most of them are 13 to 15 years old with some 16 to 17-year-olds scattered in there. But most of them are 13 to 17, and then we're also seeing as young as 11. All right, guys. I will probably not be on here tomorrow, but the video will be rendered out, so I will do it as a premiere. If I can, I will make it to the chat for the premiere. If I can't, then you guys enjoy the rest of, well, I can't even say enjoy, but you guys analyze and break down the rest of Granville Ritchie's interrogation. Um, Sometime this weekend, I'm going to try to make time so that we can talk about the three interrogation videos: Felicia Wiley, Ebony Wiley, and Granville Ritchie. We'll probably do it in 2 parts because Ebony's alone is a ton to unpack. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days. I'm going to get some rest. Y'all get some rest and take care of yourselves.